Hello everyone. This episode we sail from Brisbane up to Bundaberg via the Great Sandy Straits. We explore a lot more of this beautiful city before we catch up with my baby girl for her birthday.
That's better.
Happy birthday, Cindy. We're just I want to
We have birthday.
A big happy birthday, Cindy. We took one of the river ferries for a ride upstream to where there is beautiful parklands called South Bank, right in the heart of the city. The ferry ride back to where Anacam is. We pass under the Captain Cook Bridge. We always joke with the people that ask us which one is Anacam on the pile moorings, and we say it's the white one with the mast on it. We stop to pick up some more commuters. Annie's baby boy, Dave, pays us another visit.
No, I wouldn't do that. I would not do that.
Bloody, why is that light on?
I don't know.
Our nighttime views before we head back up to South Bank once again.
Better in video colour.
It's even that. It's not as pretty. Say that again, Dave.
We spot the Hugo Boss store. That reminded us of the time we crossed paths with Alex Thompson on the yacht Hugo Boss between Gibraltar and the Canary Islands.
Where are you heading to?
Round the world, back to South America.
Good for you!
Well done! We're heading for Melbourne! Melbourne! I didn't say when.
Oh, when?
Yeah.
Next week!
Hugo Boss was quite comfortably travelling at twice our boat speed.
It's like we haven't seen anything in days
We haven't.
or weeks.
Crossing paths with Alex Thompson on Hugo Boss was just one of the many beautiful memories we made while crossing the Atlantic Ocean. Now to get our provisions back on board Anacam and get ready for the next part of our journey. We say see you later to the beautiful Brisbane as we head down the Brisbane River heading for Moreton Bay. Just as we cleared the river, down came the rain, and mega amounts of it. And not long after, we arrived at the Tangalooma Wild Dolphin Resort on Moreton Island. It started to fine up. We had a front row seat to one of the cruise ships doing a medevac via helicopter. The very next morning we said see you later to Moreton Bay and Moreton Island and set our course due north. I made a promise to Annie as we were leaving Sydney that we would not do any more overnight sails, so we anchored for the night in front of Noosa Heads. The next morning our heading was north again, but as we were way too early for the tide times to cross Wide Bay Bar at the south end of Fraser Island, we dropped the hook for a few hours in front of Rainbow Beach, in behind Double Island Point. The Dolphin came out to play as we were crossing the bay, heading for Wide Bay Bar. It really looks like Annie's down praying for safe passage, but she's really keeping an eye on the chart plotter as we approach the notorious Wide Bay Bar. We contacted the Tin Can Bay Coast Guard to make sure that we had the right track to head in, as we got the latest one off the Notice to Mariners, but apparently the new track was a little bit further to the north of where we were. Safely inside the bar, and that would be Fraser Island, just to the right of the setting sun.
Annie, happy dance, come on. Ready? Give us a big grin. Give us a big grin.
We spent the night anchored inside Pelican Bay. The next morning we headed into Tin Can Bay. And by the way, where do you sit to have your bacon and eggs for breakfast? Now anchored in front of Tin Can Bay. I promised Annie years ago that we would come back here after we spent some time here on our honeymoon, and here we are.
Your first footsteps on Fraser. And
We anchored Anacan right on the south end of Fraser Island and took our dinghy ashore to wait for the tides to rise before we started the transit of the Great Sandy Straits. Having some fun videoing the soldier crabs. At almost the top of the tide, we got underway up through this very sheltered but very navigable piece of water until we got to the Sheridan Flats. Our first time we actually touched bottom with Anacan. We were going that slow we didn't even feel it. we anchored for the night down at Yankee Jack's, just in behind Big Woody Island. The next morning, we motored the few miles further up Fraser Island to anchor just south of the Kingfisher Bay Resort. It's always good to sit back and relax and read a book on Anacam until someone sticks a GoPro under your nose. In the evening, we went ashore. We took some wine, some nibblies, and our game of petanque. What a great location for a game and to watch the sun go down. There's an old saying that the winners are always the grinners. This cheeky but very wild dingo tried to get in on the act. Early the next morning, just as the sun was peeking over the top of Fraser Island, we got underway and Bundaberg was going to be our destination.
Okay, Mrs. Hare, just lean over this way just a fraction, that's better. Now, where are we leaving from?
Fraser Island, Kingfisher something or other.
Kingfisher Bay.
Kingfisher Bay, heading to Bundaberg.
This magnificent pod of dolphin hung around for most of this passage.
Hello, girls. Hello. Hello. Come on. Come and play.
We enter the Burnett River and approach the port of Bundaberg. The Bundaberg Port Marina gave us exactly the same slip back that we were in the last time we were here.
I'll stir these girls up before we go.
We catch up with Eve and Carmen on Eve's beautiful ketch, Auntie.
You're going to be on YouTube.
Beautiful Casey picked us up in her car and took us for a drive so we could be tourists for the day. We stopped at the iconic Bundaberg rum distillery. We pose for a selfie in front of the Bundy bear, and we had no idea that this distillery produced so many different types of rum. The main event from the Lady Musgrave experience is the vessel that Casey was working on at the time. And it was so funny, when we came back in, they were out at the Lady Musgrave Island. When they came back in, all she could hear was "Anna Cam's back! Anna Cam's back!" It was at this time in Bundaberg area that we started looking more seriously at the real estate and what was available. We found some really nice homes that we could call our forever home, but we decided that we would keep looking further north just to see what was up that way. The local bream population in the marina always love a handout with food scraps. My hairdresser is the feisty one, but in the end she does a fantastic job.
G'day everyone, thanks for watching. Hit the like and the subscribe and we'll see you when we release the next video.
Sailing requires the management of all of the systems, plus all of the controls on the boat, while assessing the weather and navigation. It's planning everything to a fine level of detail and making the required adjustments all at the same time. Things are always changing. Cheers from us, sailing on Anna Cam.